Justice League Dark issue 14. James Tynion the fourth, writing with Alvaro Martinez on the art.
Yeah, so this opens with like a dream sequence. We have a page first. It's it's Diana. She's in bed, and it talks about the magic of dreams a little bit, and the moon in particular, and how the moon it's this mystical for guides that the tides. It's obviously it's just gravity, but it's that idea that there's this unseen power that it has um a significant influence on us that maybe we don't always realize, and it references that into Dream, and she's there, and she's in a burning house, it's, and Zatara's there, and Zatara's there on fire, and it's a phenomenally gorgeous image in just this horrifying way. He's sat at the table, and he tells her, "Oh, dreams are useful. There's a clarity in dreams. There's that knowledge that your mind processes that things that it might not have wanted to believe otherwise, or when you're implanted with an idea, you might believe, kind of like Inception, you might believe it's your own idea because it came in a dream." Um, and it just talks about how Zatanna's trying to save him, and he knows all about it. But that's not what he's here for. He's here to talk to her, Diana specifically, because she's got all this magic that she's attached to, and Dan's like, "Oh, I let go of that," earlier in the book, after the witching hour, and he's like, "Oh no, it's not as easy as that. It's still there, and just because you think you've got rid of it doesn't mean it is, and your enemy can still use that." And she says, "Oh, the upside down man," and then a couple of panels later he appears, and just, creepy as ever. And it's like, damn it, you shouldn't have used his name. The Great Witching War is about to begin, and now wake up. But the wake up is backwards, as if it was an actual spell. And she does, and there's some gorgeously framed panels where she sits up, and the almost the camera motion rotates with her over a couple of panels. It looks great. She's just staring up at the moon, and she gets on the comms to Satana. She's like, "Oh, I just had the strangest dream," and they're like, "Oh, thank God, we've been trying to reach you for like an hour. We've got a shitload of vampires. We could have really used your help." And we could cut to them there. It's all of the team. We've got two fates. Obviously, neither of them wearing the helmet, but both of them using magic. Zatanna, Swamp Thing, Chimp, Manbat, all fighting these vampires, and it looks fantastic. But basically, "Hey, Wonder Woman, can you ring us back later? Kind of dealing with this." She's like, "Oh, well, do you need me there?" It's like, "Well, we're probably a bit late now. We're getting the hang of it." A lot of banter between the rest of the team. Kent and Khalid. Training on the magic. Chimp being very annoyed that if he gets turned into a vampire, he's gonna bite all of them, and Manbat's a bit offended because he's like, you're basically halfway there already. Swamp Thing is creating stakes for them, like he's just popping them out of his body, going, "Here you go." But he is struggling. He talks about how this is a place of death. They've salted the ground, so he's struggling to grow. There's not enough nutrients for him, so they're running out of stakes. So the fates do basically create a small sun and burn all the vampires in there. And it's pretty great image again. The art in this book is top tier. It really is fantastic. We've got a small scene in the Oblivion Bar. Diana comes in, visits Constantine, to get some advice, going, "Hey, do you know what's going on?" And Constantine basically says, "Hey, it's someone you've got a history with. It's going to be all this, that, and the other." And basically, Diana comes to the conclusion it's Cersei. It's been her from the beginning behind all of this. And that's pretty much the end of her plot. There's a little page with the rest of them cleaning up in the church kind of place that they were fighting all the vampires. I think it was a church. There's like a little ferret or something that Chimp's having some problems with. and then the ferret runs off, and it's one of Clarion's familiars. And he seems to have Man-Bat under some sort of spell. So Man-Bat is a kind of an inside man, not willingly. It seems he definitely seems to be doing something to him. But Man-Bat is very self-doubting. He's talking about, he's a fraud, and what if they find out? And Clarion wants them to make you have to make it a new serum, a new Man-Bat serum that'll be particularly frightening. So we're probably going to get Man-Bat turned on them later, although obviously not entirely by choice. But then we follow Clarion. He teleports away, and we're in Jamaica, as we're told. And we've got Grundy, who is kind of half dead. I don't know where this happened. I don't remember seeing it like this, but he's kind of ripped apart. His brain's kind of exposed. He's not talking properly. He can't even say his name properly. Half his brain's rotted away. Is what we get. We got Papa Midnight here, the Floronic Man with Clarion, like we say, and and then out steps Cersei, and basically say, hey, we're going to fight their Justice League Dark. The witching war's begun. We've probably got, they'll believe they've got enough to stand against, our power. But there's one more that we're going to recruit, and they're all going to fail. And this is where the moon imagery all comes back around, and it reveals that they're about to recruit Eclipso, which is a great last panel reveal. So this is the Injustice League Dark. I think they've been referring to them in the solicits. So it's Cersei, Grundy, Floronic Man, Clarion, Papa Midnight, and then soon to be Eclipso, which is just kind of cool. So yeah, I'm digging this. This issue was really great, actually. Art in particular was standout. Multiple scenes just utterly gorgeous, and the team banter is all on point when they're all together. It's great to see, and I'm really into this final tease. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. The Witching War is the name of this arc. This is part 1, so this is what we're doing for the next 6 or so issues, I imagine. Yeah, I'm into it. I give it a 8.5.
Matt said, Cersei proving to be a threat. I love how Tynion has Man-Bat on a Clayface story. Clarion had a bad haircut. Zombie Grundy. Chaos vampires, and then it's leading to Eclipso. My only problem is how this plays into the Justice League Suicide Squad stuff from 2016. Art was great too.
Oh yeah, Eclipso was a whole thing in that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that, to be honest.
Yeah, that was the last time he was a big thing in anything.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I forgot that existed.
Well, luckily Matt's here to remind you.
Yes, he is our resident continuity wonk.
Well, I wasn't paying as much attention, so I didn't realize there was any contradictions. I remember Eclipso in that story, though.
Yeah, I don't know if it is necessarily a contradiction, because I can't remember how that ended with Eclipso. Because at the minute, it's just she said, "Oh, we're going to recruit Eclipso," and there's an image of the eclipse in the moon, the crescent moon, and that's traditional Eclipso imagery. But I don't know why this necessarily has to contradict that, because I can't remember how it ended.
Yeah, Matt gave it an 8.5 as well.